calculate his total blood volume first, and second step, the plasma volume, or patient plasma volume.
3,640
into 5,600. 3,640.
Perfect. All done it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. If I need exchange, total exchange, 100% means I need 3.6 liter plasma.
Yeah.
If I need more, the rate more than 100%, I have to increase this value. as per-
Accordingly.
Yeah.
3,640.
Okay, this is about the calculation. What is the sixth important point? We discussed about
In
5
this
seconds.
case, in this case, we have 2 plus 1 point.
It
We have-
depends, JG. If this is 100%, if doctor said 1.120%, so we can add.
If doctor need 1 to 1,
Yeah.
it will be 100%.
100%.
If he need 1.5, it means he need to exchange it to 1 time and a half.
So
First
how
It
much
will
is
be
3,600
Divided by 2
170.
we can do. First we can
divide by 2? First is 3,640 plus
Yeah.
half of this.
Yes.
Okay,
Exactly.
exactly. Right. Okay, sixth point now, important point about the free blood pump bag. The free blood pump bag is a dilution bag or a dilution solution to dilute the blood a little bit. To maybe it will help to avoid the clotting also. But very important point, you can put highlighted on it. In any pre-blood pump dose you will give it, the machine will not remove it again from the patient. This is the difference between the CRRT and TPE. Any pre-blood pump solution you will add, any dose you will use, it will not return back to the machine from the patient. You are adding it to the patient's body weight. If you are using 100 ml per hour for 3 hours, it means the patient will gain 300 ml in 3 hours.
Okay.
And the machine will not take it again. This is very important.
Okay.
Usually we are not using pre-blood pump, only we are using it in case of
It will be 0 only.
0.
Okay.
If you are using, you can use it for minimum amount, like 50 or 100 ml, and you have to put in your concentration to calculate this one, and you know it will keep on the patient's body. If the patient like have hypotension or something, and you can give him 300 ml saline or solution, it's okay. You can give 100 ml per hour for 3 hours, it means 300. But put in your mind, it will not back.
It will retain in the
It will
patient.
retain on the patient.
Okay.
Okay, important. Because some hospital, one hospital called me and they put 2,000 in it.
Oh my God. So patient must have become like this now.
Kind of like a
Then
balloon.
this
Like balloon. Yeah, but if we did, what we
Did
didn't
patient
get.
survive?
Patient
survive?
Yeah, it's
Like?
some 2
Patient-
liter,
patient
2 liter. As if you
Survive.
give him 2 liter IV.
They called me, I told them,
Sometimes-
please, this one not return to the machine to keep on the patient, please change the description, do something. Okay. Usually we have to observe the pressures during the treatment. To record the first pressures, like retain pressure, like access pressure, filter pressure, and compare it after half an hour. And check if it's increasing, there is anything, you will find on the right side here, TMP and pressure drop.
Yeah.
Take the baseline or take the first record and please observe it during the session, if it's increasing or decreasing or what. If it's the same range, it's okay. It means you are on the safe side. If you find something drops or jumped, you have to take some action. Okay?
I mean, you will tell us later what is the action which we can do if the pressure increases.
Yeah. We can explain during the hands-on.
Mhm.
Once we connect the set, we can do the troubleshooting.
Okay.
But just first, this is a theoretical part, and the ideas, if we understood it fine, it will help us to do it easily.
And for us, the setting, for the doctors, how to put the setting, you will tell that during the hands-on?
Yeah. For the setting, يعني, like what we mentioned now, we have to know the patient body weight, patient hematocrit, and to can write the right prescription, to calculate it. There is very important point, maybe this is the seventh point, about the replacement bag. You know, in the replacement bag, usually we are using small bags for frozen plasma or for albumin or for mix like this. I have to inform the machine what is the size of the bag. Definitely you will not find it 2 liter, 3 liter, you will find it like 500 ml or 250 ml because you are using
So we have to
small
add
bag.
total volume, right? We have to add total volume. Like for example, we know what is the replacement we are going to do.
Yeah, this you will put it in the prescription.
Total prescription.
But I am discussing now about the bags, the solution. We
Yeah.
have to inform the machine. The weight of the replacement bag here
Yeah.
is should be the same one that you will hang.
Right.
If you will hang only 250 ml, you have to inform the machine 250 ml. If you are using 200, you have to make it's 200 because it's small amount, and the machine is very sensitive. I have to give her the correct volume to can calculate. To know if there is any deviation or difference, the machine will give us alarm.
This one,
Yes.
Ask.
this one, the if bag is 240 ml, we can put it 235 or something because before air is going.
That we can.
Yes.
And what will do the remaining one manually, or we can?
Yeah, perfectly. This is a very good comment, and in my plan to explain it. Yes. First, I have to know what is the volume size, and I will put it on the machine. But before putting, I have to put it less than 10% from the real volume. Less than 10%. What is the benefit of this 10% less? To avoid any air embolism. Okay, and the machine should to give us alarm before the emptying the bag. It's a very, very important point, and we have to do that right. If it's 250, we have to remove 25 and put it to 25. And keep this residual or this small amount to let the machine give us message before the emptying. It's not good thing to wait until to be empty and the machine give us the alarm. It's a possibility for air embolism, it will be high.
This is including the replacement, which is FFP or albumin or.
Yes. This is the main concept for all the solutions, right?
One more thing, that balance amount without discarding, what we can manually return or but how will we?
And after the machine giving us the alarm about the residual, just you can continue and I will wait. I will stand beside the machine and change back and put the other one. It will be very, very nice and will give us an efficient session without alarms, without anything. And the end user should be aware and understand what he is doing. It's perfect. Otherwise, you'll find some alarms, strange alarms will come. We don't want to reach to that, and your point is very, very helpful point.
And
Okay.
regarding setting, what I have to set in the for me as a doctor, I mean, what is my role? What I have to set in the machine?
The prescription. You will mention the blood flow. You will tell the
Usually same as the CRRT, 200 or more.
Yeah, usually we are not increasing it too much. Between like 150 to 200 in this range. Okay. This is for adults, sure. Okay. Yeah, but first thing in the prescription, the blood flow. Second thing, you will give them the plasma volume. Give
That we have to calculate it, or we just put the hematocrit and the weight, and the machine will do.
The machine will do some part, and we
What
have
part
to.
I have to calculate?
Yeah.
Okay. Then.
Okay, and you will put the rate for replacement to decide how long of the treatment. Okay, is a replacement dose or replacement rate. For example, if the plasma volume is 3 liters and you put a replacement dose 1000 ml per hour, it means it will take 3 hours. If you mention 1500, it means it will take 2 hours and so on. But this is also, it should be mentioned how long was the treatment. 2 hours, 3 hours, 2.5 or anything. Okay. The third one to mention if you need to put any pre-blood pump solution or not.
And that has to be equal to the replacement. I remember something like that. There is something has to be equal to the replacement.
No, this is in the CRRT dose. Dialysate and replacement.
Okay.
1 to
But
1.
Here
Here usually
whatever 100 ml per hour or 0.
Yes, here usually 0. Only you are using some small amount if by the APTT or by the lab test, this patient has a high risk for clotting. You can give him some, but you have to check his blood pressure or to know if this amount it will not make.
And what type of fluid I will be given in that pre?
This
in
one,
case if I'm doing.
you can use even if saline.
With heparin or just plain saline?
Plain saline you can put as a plain saline. You will not any heparin here. Here no heparin.
The
Only
same
added-
bag also, no? What is that bag only? What we are connecting, we can.
Yeah, we can use, but here this one is 5 liter.
That is normal
All
saline.
you are using small amount. And you need 100, for example, 100 ml or 80 ml per
We
hour
can
for 3
have-
hours. Only you need like 250 ml. This one 5 liter. If you have it here, saline bag, it will be okay. 500
Yeah,
saline bag.
500 or something is fine.
But you have to change the bag for it.
Yes.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
Then?
Okay. Yes. Yeah. That's all.
That's
Yeah. Or yeah. And we'll see. We can remember
One more
some
thing we have
things.
to ask. This FSC and all, we know that we have an idea, but for the albumin we don't have any idea how much we are giving for it.
Again.
the dose of albumin. I mean, if you use an FFP, she said we are using the same amount, which is allowed 3 liter of FFP. But in case of albumin, we can use whole 3 liter albumin, or we have to mix it, or how it will be? Mix it with saline?
No, albumin will not mix it with saline, but what is the per day, how much
Amount,
is using
the
for
dose
the
of
treatment?
Yeah, usually it's 5%. Usually it's about 5% albumin
But
concentration.
how much ml per
How
day?
much
How much
total
is the
we
dose?
get in
No,
a
how much
day?
you can give?
For example,
For one patient, like how much per day albumin we can give, like
treatment.
for the treatment.
See, it depends on the prescription and the patient itself.
Yeah.
No, for example, could you please?
Some hospital make like some hospital make 1-1-1.
She
One
already
plasma,
explained, no?
1 liter plasma, 1
Plasma
liter albumin, 1 liter saline.
Saline. Okay, so this 3 liter I can divide it.
Yeah.
1 liter albumin, 1 liter saline, it
Yeah.
depends on the patient.
Yeah, sometimes half plasma, half albumin. It depends.
And usually 5% albumin we use.
Yeah, but you have to just to know something. If you are using complete plasma,
Yeah.
risk of clotting very high,
Yeah.
very high. And maybe in some situation you cannot complete the session by one filter. Okay, if full plasma.
Even if I use heparin.
You have to use little bit to increase the blood flow, because if you increase the blood flow, will decrease the possibility of clotting. You can increase the blood flow, it's better. You can with this way to add some blood pump rate, but you have to know it. Okay, you can also use continuous heparin dose.
For how long, like this therapy can be kept for, like how many hours?
See, it's between 2 to 4 hours. It depends on mainly the body weight of the patient.
Okay.
If we have a small adult, okay, 2 hours could be enough, or 2.5.
Okay.
If you have like obese or have over a big patient or heavy patient like 100, 120, maybe you need to increase more than 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours. Okay. For you, I think your patient is 60 kg patient,
Okay.
right? 60 approximately.
I don't know, but I think
Yeah.
small patients.
Yeah.
Here he planned for with albumin.
Only, not plasma.
I'm not sure. He told that day I asked him what he is planning. He told albumin.
Okay.
If
Last time once we did patient, it was
Plasma.
albumin only.
Now you are doing with plasma.
Two
We are
patients.
doing in dialysis department we did before with our machine. We are using plasma plus albumin, so it will not clot. It will help to do smooth.
Exactly.
Although once we did, it was clotted. We really feel, and the patient is also answered. So we have to difficulty. So we are doing